Good afternoon. Yes. Good evening. My name is P.C. Price. I'm the chairman for the Safe and Clean Committee. Our responsibility.
No, put it up to your mouth.
Our responsibility is to assist in giving the law enforcement agencies what they need in order for them to be successful. That also holds true for the Clean Committee. Ms. Winder will be coming up to present the portion of it for the Clean Committee. Okay. Our Clean Committee is composed of a number of merchants and volunteers. This is a collection of some of those people. We would like to have your name up on this list. Clean and Safe Committee mission statement is partnering with city agencies, legislators, merchants, residents, and other stakeholders to provide a clean and safe environment in the market center. Does anybody disagree with that? Good. Our Evolution of Clean and Safe Committee, we have started back in January 2016. Actually, in November 19, 2015, when we started this project, Mel Freeman came behind me, but I asked then for partnerships. My key handle word is together. We can do things together. These are some of our partners. As you saw today with Major Jones, under the federal symbol, we have Department of Justice, DEA, some other folks, ATF, and we brought some other units in with us. These are people who come to our meetings. We have a task force meeting that we do these once a month. One for the law enforcement side, the other for the clean side. Our partners in and coming under the state of Maryland have come to the table with us. University of Maryland from Baltimore, the Office of the State's Attorney, the NTA, the Comptroller's Office of Maryland, and the President of the City Council, as well as the Mayor. On the city side, we see DPOB, which is Eric Booker, the Baltimore Development Corporation, which is Brian Grinnan, I think I saw him came in earlier, the Baltimore Housing Department, the City Council, as I mentioned before, the Health Department, the Baltimore City Police Department, which is what you witnessed this afternoon, and the Behavioral Health System, which is Baltimore. For those of you who don't recognize that long name, that's Daniel Ashman. Hey, back there. Okay, good. Got a great program going on trying to help people who are addicted to drugs, taking them off the street, pointing them in the right direction, and get some things done. Not just placing people under arrest. As the Major said, it's not always the answer. Safe accomplishments, identified safety hotspots. Downtown, we have some places that are a little rough. We'd like to hear from you if there are other. We did hear today that the 300 block of Park Avenue has got to be a pain in the butt. Okay? We have Howard Fayette, we know of, and we have the market itself. We serve on law enforcement. One of the committees that we serve, one is Daniel Ashman's committee, which is the Law Enforcement Assistance Diversion Community Advisory Board. It, as I said, serves the people who are addicted, and so we try to do as much as we can for them. Educated ourselves on city regulation services and initiatives. One thing that I had to become a little bit more familiar with was the citation program. A lot of people don't know that some things have changed in Baltimore, and those citations, if you are in fact obstructing and impeding sidewalk traffic, you can be ticketed. That's on foot. That's not just in a vehicle. So there's a lot of changes, and I hope that you make yourself familiar with those changes that may be able to help your businesses grow, so that we won't have people doing a lot of congregating, loitering, and disrupting. And we also have a lighting issue, and Brian from BDC was helping us to do that. If you look this building and across the street, you'll see some lighting differences in the windows and on the block. Where we had the old sodium lights, a lot of the street lights now are going to LEDs. So, so you're going to have better lighting conditions on the street as part of the safe one. Giving you an idea of some of what we have, Lexington Market, you're quite familiar with. These two locations are the bus stop area at Lexington and Utah Street. We do have a lot of activity over there, but we now have, thanks to Major Jones, enforcement activity that's keeping these folks moving along. And he did mention to you earlier about the 20 block of Utah Street, where a search warrant was served on that, or the absolute market.
Absolute march.
Right, march. And so that watchful eye is out there, not only just for this, but also to make sure that police officers are doing what they're supposed to do. And as you saw, I presented with 2 certificates for 2 police officers, and then you also saw my co-chair brought up an incident of drug activity, and somebody failed to get up off their butt. Okay. On Saratoga Street, this is still on Utah Street. We are, as you see, we got a photograph of it. So you can imagine what's going on right there, right? Okay, we got some drug activity. And we take a chance to do that. Then we have a lot of other situations. That's it. Okay, MCMA safe future plans. Right now we're taking on a problem with the dispensation of opioid drugs. We're going to be trying to work that project through and make some more partners. Hopefully we'll be able to make a difference. And we're working to add cameras to pilot blocks. We've designated 2 pilot blocks. In those 2 pilot blocks, we're going to set up with these merchants. We're going to see if we can't make a difference, and if we can make a difference with those merchants and the people who are hanging in that area, maybe we'll be able to get the City Watch to assist us in doing what we have to do. And we hope to reactivate downtown West Side Security Initiative. So a lot of you are probably not familiar with that initiative during the regime under Stephanie Rollins-Blake. The city actually sat down, they partnered with different law enforcement agencies. Along with that, lead agencies, which is Daniel Ashman's piece, and we're bringing in the homeless part of it and see if we can reinitiate some of these things so we can make a difference downtown. Okay, I'm going to have Ms. Ann Wimers come up. She's my co-chair. She handles the clean part.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ann Wimers, PC State. Just to make one small correction, PC mentioned that DPOB was Eric Booker. It is actually Downtown Partnership. So just to make that correct. Okay, Bob? Great. So, as PC mentioned, I'm the co-chair of the Clean and Safe Committee. We decided to separate the two because we did have a task force meeting with the combination of the clean and the safe. However, the meeting was inundated with safe issues, of course. So we decided to separate it and break out the clean. When we decided to break out the clean, we were like, okay, who do we reach out to assist us with contacts, with resources? So I reached out to my good friend Eric Booker, from who's the Assistant Commissioner for Code Enforcement, and Eric gave us some helpful information. He gave some contacts, he gave us some resources, and he's been there from day one with us. So we do appreciate Eric Booker for helping us with that. And these are some of the agencies that we're working with. Okay, some of the accomplishments that we've made is that, as PC stated, we educated ourselves on city regulations, services, and initiatives. We distributed flyers to educate merchants on the city codes. For those who are interested in them, we can certainly get them to you because they're very important when it gets to that citation period. You want to avoid the citations and the fines that the enforcement agency will be issuing. We've established a weekly cleaning program in partnership with city courts. we've adopted the bus stop at Lexington and Utah Street in partnership with MTA. That is that stop that PG was just showing with a lot of foot traffic there and problems. And we've also purchased and posted no loitering signs for businesses in target blocks. This will help the law enforcement to sort of like enforce the no loitering and sort of moving them along. Yeah, I need not say anything. It speaks for itself, I'm sure. But this is the bus stop at Utah and Saratoga. No, Lexington, Utah and Lexington. And we're working with MTA to help clean this up. That trash there is
Jasper
Street. That was when we first started getting together, the committee, and working on trying to clean up the area. This is what we were experiencing. Again, picture says 1,000 words. I need not even comment any further on that. But our objective is to work with the city court systems as well as downtown partnership to clean this mess up and to work with the business owners so that they can understand that they need to put their trash in trash receptacles, not just on the street and with the bags. Okay, again, the picture that I need to speak of, we're not going to look at that person right there. That's Christian. Kristen and I volunteer to help Kristen on Wednesdays to help clean up the neighborhood. Although I'm not there every Wednesday, Kristen is faithfully out there on Wednesdays. You will see her probably in the area cleaning up and saying hi and handing out information regarding the city cleaning codes. Oh, and by the way, these are jackets that we purchased for the market center. So if anybody would like to help, we can give you a jacket and you'll feel special. Okay. And this is some of the areas that we've cleaned up because this parking lot, which is out of our district, just slightly, Kristen and I took the honors of cleaning it up just to make the area look cleaner. Because this is a lot that's right there on Packer Street, and the University of Maryland folks walk that street to go to Chinaka's every day for lunch. So we just wanted to clean that area up and make it look good. Because they don't know that that's not our district. They just see the trash, and we'll relate that to MCMA. And other areas that were cleaned up. Thank you, Kristen. Okay, future plans. Power washing at Utah Lexington MTA bus stop. So I actually reached out to Juan Tarico today to find out if we can lock down a date to make that happen. So we're going to do like a really blowout day of taking volunteers and cleaning up that street, that block with MTA and replacing the damaged flags and power washing the streets. So if anybody would like to join us, by all means reach out to Christian and we'll be happy to have you. And the other thing is continued education on merchants and landlords on city codes. Again, we don't want you guys to be cited for trash or for city violations, so we'd like to educate you on that, but we're at that point where the fines will start occurring. There are no more warnings to be given. They're going to start citing and giving you fines. Okay, the ask is, again, if anyone wants to get involved, there's a sign-up sheet at the table over there on your way out. We meet the first Monday of the month, May 30 to 10 for the SAFE, and then the third Monday of the month, May 30 to 10 for the Clean Committee. And it's always at 407 West Franklin Street, LSA Inc., PC's business, and the task force, as PC mentioned. We do meet with the task force every other month. So one month we meet, actually every other month, we meet with the clean side and we meet with the safe side of the task force.